All right, everybody, look at here. Leslie 122, partially restored. I'm happy with the outcome. As you can see, treble horn, lower rotor, turning slow at the speed that they're supposed to turn. I'm going to come over here to the organ and switch it from slow to fast, chorale to vibrato, however you want to say it. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, if you remember, we didn't have that fast speed at the top like that, and our lower rotor was making so much noise. I'll go back to slow. If you remember, our slow speed at the top was going too slow, and our bottom wasn't turning at all. All right, now very briefly, what we have done, we've cleaned everything out. Treble horns have been cleaned and lubricated, even underneath where the treble driver is. We took that apart, cleaned that all, because all that dirt and dust from years have, accumulated on top of the treble driver assembly. Clean that up. Idler assembly has been lubricated. Look how clean those motors are. Look at that. Slow and fast. Cleaned and lubricated. Taken all apart. Our bottom rotors. Slow and fast. Cleaned and lubricated. All right. I want to point out also, these grommets have been replaced. When they become old and brittle, they dry out, and then the motor noise resonates through the wood. So those have been replaced, even at the bottom. You can't really see it with the bottom rotor, but those have been replaced as well. Also, bearings have been replaced. The bearings are underneath that 15-inch woofer. Got to take that off of the cabinet, take all the screws off, and the housing on top of the bottom rotor. The bearings have been replaced, and also the bottom of the Leslie. Got to flip the Leslie back on his side, however, and there are bearings underneath that rotor. Now our amplifier, what we've done, we've cleaned it up real good, and we have deoxidized the tubes and the tube sockets. And like I said, in the future, what we're going to do, we're going to go in there and we're going to restore that amp with new resistors and capacitors. And that's going to affect the sound tremendously. It'll be like brand new. But the sound is even better now just because we deoxidized. We get better connection with those tubes and get rid of all that dirt and dust out of there. All right, I'm happy with what we have done. I'll be giving you all shout outs. Right now, I want to shout out Professor or Professess, if you would, the Minister of Music here, Yolanda Grice. I got your text, and I hope that you will be happy with what we've done so far. This is only the beginning. I want to come back in and I want to do that amp. All right, now remember the back is off, but you can hear how good she sounds. Remember that back is off. I wish I had somebody to help me hold this. I'll get an apprentice one day. Yeah, forgive me now. I'm hitting wrong notes and everything like that, but that's okay. All right, so Leslie 122 has been partially restored. www.awmphammondorgans.com. My number 201-647-5806. And while I'm here, I want to tell you something. Leslie was built a certain way for a certain reason. Panel here, panel there, panel there. Now we got our rear panel. I'll be giving them a bottom and top. Y'all get rid of this nonsense talking about if you take this off, the Leslie is louder. That doesn't make any sense. If you know about sound, sound bounces. Leslie was made With these louvers, that's your side, your front, and also on the other side. Sound bounces. Just like on a wall, sounds bounce off the wall. So when you have that panel there, the sound bounces off that panel and goes out of those louvers. That's the way that it was made to do. So y'all get out of here with that stuff talking about, well, let me leave that alone because I know somebody's going to disagree, but I'm just telling you how the Leslie was made. Why would they make it that way if that wasn't what it will be? But I'm happy, y'all. I'll get back to y'all later with a final video. God bless you. Thank you so much for following me. Let me come to your church and make music ministry spectacular there as well. God bless.